Welcome back to Honkai Star Rail.
If not,
we are doing,
then I'll be leaving.
What is this, 3.1? Triby suggested that Goliath should take a bath. Because things are getting really stressful out here.
Is someone injured over there?
So much for having a break.
What in the world happened here?
I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw all these people lying on the ground.
No one gets a break
I've
around
examined
here.
them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like they've just spent too much time in the hot water.
Oh, hi, Finance.
Snowy! Even Snowy!
He's passed out of the floor.
Culprit.
The culprit?
The culprit is Mightimos.
Okay, I think they're having a duel or something. This is unrelated for sure.
What did you do to everybody?
It's just another duel where I
Yeah, that's what I
claim
thought.
victory.
Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finan indulged in this time.
How long they could be in the pool?
Come, Mightimos. Let's recommence our previous competition. This time, we'll see who can stay in
I
the
knew
super
it.
hot bath for longer. This isn't fair. You're wearing way less.
That's true. He's in a full suit of armor. After recovery, Finan and Mighty escort the fainted bathrooms away from the scene.
Shall we continue with our previous plans? Hyacinth, would you care to join us?
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight. I was looking forward to unwinding after work.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
So, how is the feeling of having the entire bath to yourselves?
Probably awesome.
It's so good.
But, Lady Treby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Oh,
The truth is, a long time ago, we were a mature adult just like Aggie. Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage.
Do you have to just grow up again?
And
Is
in
this like a
return,
Nikita
The price
situation?
we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treby and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in
Oh.
body and mind.
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
That sounds terrifying.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady
Wait,
Treby,
what just happened?
what's wrong?
Something's off. It's that strong feeling again. Is it Trian? Wait, no. It's not Trian this time.
The other
It's
one?
Trinan. Trinan is in danger.
Why are they like all in danger? First it was Trian, now it's Trinan?
I win this round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the end of you, you know.
Haikas.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena.
A
By the
hyena
way,
ain't that.
you emphasize the completely wrong syllable.
Though we've been acquainted for some time, I have rarely heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was in jest.
Worry about yourself first, deliverer. You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
You don't want to talk about that.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Addis Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in... and in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Aedes Elysiae ablaze with everyone, my family, friends, and my kin, lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky, just like on that day. And before my eyes, that murderer killed Cyrene.
Murderer?
But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura.
That boss we fought.
I fought it in the trial. But even though I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time, I still couldn't defeat it.
It's like a reaper. Like, what was that thing?
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Mighty-Mouse.
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Mighty? What did you see in that trial? What do you fear?
Here we go.
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Well, something shook you up.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as... my old comrades. Hephaestion. Perdiccas. Ionius. Ptolemy. And Possesta. Ever since I returned from the Sea of Souls, these five have been by my side. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Ionius was a swift runner, and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these five, and their names.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma.
Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the Sea of Souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Krateros included. I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akuma. But I know that their glory will never be doused out. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nikador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know.
Maybe you could seek counsel from more people, such as the Grand Craftsman. And that teacher of yours, Krateros?
Dee, we've got a big problem.
Lady Tribby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trina. She got abducted by Krateros.
What the? What?
Krateros! What's going on?
What the hell's going? What? Why?
Mighty-Mouse.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
What the hell?
She telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate.
I thought you were gonna back off, dude.
If you
What
want
the
to run
hell?
away from your destiny to become king, then keep running.
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Krateros, your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! I'm sorry, Lord Krateros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. Your accusations were harsh, but justified. We wish to earn your trust and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? She has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past. We will ask for her aid.
A fair proposal. I accept. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos, just as you did back then.
Listen closely. I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Midimos. I'm here to finish you, Father.
Wow, this is how it ended.
The beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you, you already stand at death's door, Father.
Boom.
You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Haikis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you. And now, fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown, coronate yourself with an old king's blood, and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. All I want is your life.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
Man, he's one of those villains that are like, you and I were the same.
Now, kill me! The son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was coming?
Your matters, I've heard. But before that, take this.
Nice ring.
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it. I did.
Oh, that's nice.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
Repayment for saving me, this is. Questions you bring with you.
Fate I've always denied. It's finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysosairs, the Council of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will write it all into song.
Yet hesitate still you do.
Because of my people. Be they men, women, the elderly or children. The hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns. Children of strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions in song. They would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. If I accept that fate and become the totem of strife, then lead my people into repeating the same mistakes, then of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
Don't be like your dad.
A different
Don't do
kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
Moments later, in Treeby's room.
Mama! I had a dream last night.
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Treebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars
Well, I guess that
into
did
our
happen.
sails. Then
Also, wow.
we floated
This
on
mom
the
is
ocean
gorgeous.
and let the wind blow us in any direction it wanted. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
Giannis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius.
That'd be cool.
What's wrong, Treebios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean.
Never mind, it would not be cool.
The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water. When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but they couldn't stop it. Then there was a bang and I woke up.
Oh.
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphorius, but it's very far away from our temple. We call it the Black Tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, humans, and even titans, turning them all into monsters. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge and etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden. The divine Giannis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow.
I guess that's what
I'm
happened.
gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden. But Mama, you said the Black Tide can swallow up titans too. What do we do if even Giannis is eaten?
If that happens, then the holy maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
No, not pretty red hair, unfortunately.
They might not.
I mean,
Mama?
maybe Himeko. She got pretty red hair.
Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by your side.
So we're dying.
What?
Yeah, that's where my
Now
logic
be a good
went.
girl and call your friends over too. Your friends, who will chase the black tide away alongside you, of course.
The
Is
other
this-
halves?
Use the spindle.
Which doll
There
is
will
this?
be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold, and cautious.
Wow, that's amazing! I be the captain?
Of course you can. I think
That's,
that person. There's a noble girl there.
Chibi.
Just like
Right?
Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it.
I know! She's Treeby! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all.
I think it's the other way around, but
It's not your duty to fight. There will be many others to protect you.
Alright. Then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city.
wow, I wonder who those
In
are.
that case, let Trianne fight by their side.
That's
This way,
Trianne.
they'll all... How could I have known the name Trianne back then? Was it just a coincidence? Or...
Circes also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
I want to be a teacher too!
Why?
And... Trinan can do it! She's well behaved and would make a great teacher! Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory. But now... I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
Come, let's line them up. Now, Trebios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box? What's that?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memories. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate.
Oh,
What's going on?
I thought that was gonna be a beautiful transition. Why did it get scary?
Oh, Yanis, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living and dead, but
Bro,
ghosts.
she turned into GLaDOS. What's happening?
What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world? A silent lament without a trace. What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? A spirit, lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued. And subdued. And subdued.
Huh?
Subdued. 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 Subdued.
Trinan! Mama, what's going on?
Hurry. Run. Trebios, run. The black tide has arrived.
What the hell?
Where can I go?
Alright, let's not get weird with dolls, alright? I personally hate any creepy dolls. That's only if they start moving. Then we have a problem.
Why?
Which they might do. They're already floating.
Are there dolls everywhere?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden. You won't make it to the end.
What the
Only
hell?
one person can.
I know! It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. Bid your farewells, Trebios. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never leave you.
Famous last words.
But remember this, Trebios. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide and dispel the fog for Amphorius. I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Trevius.
What?
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
You mean...
It's Trianne. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body.
So I guess it was a warning?
There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that matter. Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We have already agreed on this, right?
Apparently.
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
Man, that got sad.
What?
And then we're asking about
What?
breakfast? At the same time, somewhere in Akuma. Anaxa.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
That's how you introduce yourself?
Oh, it's you.
Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched Aedes Elysiae to the ground.
Well,
and
we
killed
didn't
everyone.
necessarily kill it.
That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any Titan.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond Amphorius?
It's possible. I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
Soon after, in the Abyss of Fate.
What's wrong, Trianne? Nothing. Just remembering what happened at the Grove. Tomorrow, we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. But first, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone, without hiding anything.
That doesn't sound fun.
Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan or an X for help. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie. We had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan.
What, is that food for the Titan? What is that?
Saffron? It's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates.
It's a dead end ahead.
What the hell?
Turn back, teacher.
Ornix is playing tricks on us. What is that?
Was that a warning from Oryx?
Yep.
What are you two whispering about? Trianne can't even hear our own telecommunication.
Alright, let's
Even
get that
if
up.
separation is our fate, a futile death is not the solution.
Right here!
I'm not gonna listen to you, Ornix. We're planning to select another puppet. As for the Rose Martel's daughter, Trebios, we'll call her Saffron for now. She'll be fine to... I think it'll be fine to just find an excuse to off Saffron. We both know that the Saffron's most outstanding property is that it can be cooked in many ways.
Wait, isn't that... Never mind that for now. Could it be... Is it possible that we were already noticed by Oryx and entered their trial? But why haven't they said a word? Oryx has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on purpose. Ugh, still no luck finding any safari. I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Oryx.
I don't think it's gonna work, but
At least they
alright.
didn't toss us out straight away. Whoa. Treeby, Trinen,
It's
look
getting
at this.
freaky.
So cool. It's
Not cool.
really quiet in here.
Cool at all.
Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
Oryx? Hello?
What's going on? Oryx
Oryx!
disappeared?
Come on out! Where's Oryx? Not long ago in Akama.
Are you saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the Black Tide, but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Ceres inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core flames.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets.
3?
The first target is me. The second target is Oryx, who hasn't yet fallen.
Who hasn't?
And the
I
third
don't know about that
is
one.
Akama and the vortex of Genesis.
Bad news, Finan. Triby's missing. The last time the 3 of them were seen was in the Abyss of Fate. And Oryx is gone.
Are you in here? No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or... Treby, we should leave.
I think the Flame Reaper's in here.
Has other people in it. Treby, Trinen, come check this out.
Oh my god.
It's so familiar.
You don't remember? Oh my goodness. Oh no! No! How is it already back? No!
Treby. See you tomorrow.
That did not just happen. Sometime later, in the Abyss of Fate. And the rest of us were too late. All this stuff just already happened.
Where am I?
We only saw the 2 of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trianne.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into 2 groups. One group will stay in the Abyss and meet up with Aglaya's reinforcements, then search for Trianne's whereabouts. The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame.
Do you know where it's head?
I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide, so we've made preparations. I'll tell you the details as we move.
Lord Finan! Lady
What
Treby! And
There's
Lady
some
Trinan!
other person
I'm glad
here?
you're alright!
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Finan, I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that
She really sent a
you
guy out
won't be the
just for
only one
this.
who dies in vain.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Yes. Just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the core flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Cersei's core flame while we were on our way to the Abyss, so he can make preparations for the battlefield.
Finan, that battlefield you mentioned, is it Castrum Cremnos?
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with her companion during the battle with Nikador, and how they awakened Castrum Cremnos' past. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our enemy inside.
Once we take back the core flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape. It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one?
I just have to throw that Black Cloak guy into the past and lock him there, right? With the memory fragments, I can open a door no problem. As for the rest, well, let's just say that Faye and I can do anything as long as we're together. That's right, we can do anything. Vortex of Genesis, Akuma.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
A serious one.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination turns out to be Castrum Cremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonus.
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways.
Okay.
Cartonus told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life, yearning for the world beyond the mountain.
He sounds a lot like you.
Heh.
Yes. That is why he, too, faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Laedonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Laedonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news. Laedonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people.
Let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Know.
I can't think of a solution that would make everyone happy.
I don't think there is one that would make everyone happy.
A solution that would make everyone happy, huh? That's how naive we are. Well, let me tell you what Geocles did. He took the mountain dweller's store of gemstones and traded them with the Laedonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain.
Oh.
That great fire marks the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the Holy City. Meanwhile, that mountain they once lived in has turned into little more than
I guess it was the price for the greater good type of solution. That was not what I expected.
Leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune.
They were hunted by Cremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history. But that is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. Why do you think that is?
Because he saved his people? From the initial threat, anyway.
It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes. And then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
I guess that's cool. I like this story.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Akama soon to fight the great darkness of this world and to shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, and I stand opposed to the flame chase,
Opposed?
remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th
Why
thoracic
is this in
vertebra.
yellow text?
That's my weak spot. And the only way to kill me.
And why would you tell Fighter?
You have my word.
I don't like the sound of that. Okay, but that whole thing
That's
just sounded
the sound
kind
of an all-out war.
alarming.
Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
Let's go.
Finally.
It's all yours, ma'am. Oh yeah, go ma'am.
Pent in the memories of the dead! Executioner!
I'm ready.
You sure know how to keep a man waiting. Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed me.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort
the
keeping you
Cersei's?
hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth.
I guess
of the
she's back.
world.
Alright.
Curiosity.
All these guys are back. Get rid of them.
Nothing but a void. Time to twirl.
Go. And they're gone.
Long last.
Is this part of the... Was that part of it?
How embarrassing.
You didn't come down from the sky?
This city is mine anyway.
Hey, he's back.
Shouldn't I go through the front door?
We weren't gonna do this fight without Mighty Mouse. Alright, phase 2.
Minion of the Black Tide. I, King of the Kremnoan Legion, be your opponent today.
Long time no see.
Oh, look at that.
Nikador.
Bam! Holy crap. Easy, dude. Look at this.
Glimpse the unknown.
Bam!
Time to twirl.
They were already almost done. Watch this.
Such petty tricks.
Boom. Oh, he's
don't
not
have time
done?
for
I thought that was
games.
it.
Open sesame.
Okay, well this will be it. Watch this.
Time to end this.
Never mind, we did it. Destroy it! Oh my god!
Heroic souls of strife, heed my call. I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs.
Okay, I think it's dead now! It turned to ashes.
Witness this. A new god has come to Castrum Kronos.
A lot has happened in the past few days. you've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trinon bring news?
Yes. She has found Trian.
And?
She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple. But that's where the good news ends.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Oh.
They also found someone else besides Trian.
Someone else?
He was no better than a corpse when Trinan and Hyacinth arrived.
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Yes. It's Krateros.
Oh. Wait, what? No way! Not long ago.
Stop!
Yeah, how did that happen? You had a change of heart?
If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over, hundreds and thousands of times. A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Pity.
Come! Let us fight! For Kremnos! For my king! For Amphorius!
Wow.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trian lost. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand.
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
What about the Crimnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last. I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
This is already nothing short of miraculous. When he found Krateros, he was no better than a corpse. Yeah, I thought he was dead. He literally dueled the Flame Reaver and lived? Like, what?
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity. How about letting her give it a try?
I've been waiting for what? What? Meanwhile, somewhere in Marmorial Palace. Oh my god, he's alive and has no scratches or anything.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional.
Yeah, man, you look totally
fine. She might
fine.
be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned. But this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon like ants. The city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition, mere anthills that could be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
You! Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
That pride holds little significance, Krateros. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
No. No!
Wow.
You're here, my Demos. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akuma through yet another trying ordeal, and my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. Furthermore, you are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, and adaptability to change. Yet, it's only recently that I've come to realize the truly remarkable quality you possess.
And what is it?
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance. They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideals. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that.
Yeah, what the hell?
And
Mighty
now,
Most is so nice.
Mightimos, a new chapter awaits Amphorius. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
Yeah, what did that mean?
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words,
dude,
they would
he's
probably
so happy.
stay away from the
This
baths
is so
for the rest
weird.
of their life.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, Mightimos?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
Bro, why are you so
If I were to be
happy
terrified by
knowing
dribble
that?
with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the flame chase journey in the first place.
What the hell?
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, Mighty.
Mighty?
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos. If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting. How about you let me guess what's on your mind?
I guess she will say something inspiring, sentimental, nonsensical? Sentimental.
Are you drafting a sentimental farewell speech?
Stay safe out there. A lone boy can get into a lot of trouble. What? That's the best I could come up with? Just smile if you don't know how to respond. Let's at least snap a photo together to capture this moment, shall we?
It's pretty good.
I never fail to impress. I'm glad you like it.
We salute the Guardian of Amphorius!
Oh, wow. That's a lot of people out here.
I should have known you were the mastermind behind this.
Wow.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent this time. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
I admit, that took me by surprise.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you, but ended up running into this.
Oh, that's quite an honor, I suppose. All right, it's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be your last chance.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions? Well, with that said, Thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Midamos.
No need to thank me. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. And I can't even ascertain their demise. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain, and this should not be effaced. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out, and no one can find mental fulfillment through it.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. Then make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know. Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
I will keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary, but if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library.
That's so cute.
I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily. May triumph always be yours, Midamos.
Oh, right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well, who knows?
What? Who? Yes, he did. You can't just say who knows.
Get up, my son. You showed great courage in today's training. Let's wrap it up for now.
Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Midamos?
Why must we learn to fight?
It is for glory and honor, my son.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Midamos. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. Now I have just one role, that of your mother, Midamos, your guardian.
That dream always ends there. Krateros said that shortly after my fall into the sea, my mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery, and I never saw her face. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. I always anticipated the sequel to that dream, believing she had more words of wisdom or guidance to offer. But now, I think I finally come to understand. That is all she wished to tell me. And now, I too I'm left with but one role. It is time for this journey to reach its end.
Wow.
Look! Midamos is back!
They're waiting for you, Mighty Mouse.
Glory belongs to you!
We've got fresh pomegranate juice.
Welcome
Want to try
back.
some?
We meet again, Your Highness.
How was your
Look
training?
at all these people.
Say, come and check out what I just wrote.
Mighty Mouse! Did you just come back from training?
Oh my god, it's all his old friends.
It's
I'm gonna
been
beat
a
you
while.
at the festival.
Welcome home, Mighty Mouse. Have you found something?
Welcome home, Mighty Mouse.
The son of Forgo will be drowned in blood! The son of Forgo will be drowned in blood!
And he's on his throne.
Mother, I am home.
He's home! Nikador, the striped giant lance fury, fell. Mighty Mouse, king of Kremnos, triumphed over the trial, and the new god was born. On the following day, the Kremnoan dynasty, which had lasted for 1,000 years, came to an end. Presently, in Akama,
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akama. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trian?
dude, the basket with the flowers is so cute.
Mighty Mouse has left the city to face his own fate. That is, the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as his. So, what I want to know is, as Amphorius' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step on this journey? And what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back?
All right.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
Dee is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the Abyss of Fate and see how it used to be.
Count me in.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally,
I forgot about that.
though fate had other plans.
Oh. So you saw us arguing that day? You know, I recognized it immediately that day. It truly is an authentic piece from Yanisopoulos.
Then why?
It's just that Trian had forgotten far more things than I. For example, she forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, Cass. But now... it might just be the perfect gift for Trian.
So, this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
At this point, Yanisopoulos still resides under Aquila's protection, yet it is already fated for decline, and only contains a beautiful facade.
Is it because Amphorius has entered Arabellica?
Yes, strife remains distant from this part of Amphorius right now, but in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will become the source of another war.
Then, where are you at this time?
Right over there.
Why does she look somewhat
Trebius?
different?
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, like
my
the adult
apologies.
form.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx.
Trebios.
You're here, Orynyx.
You still consume yourself for that false prophecy.
False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way?
Even if Kephale has fallen, they would never guide humans to kill their own comrades. What the hell? Stop while you still can, Trebios. Spreading the prophecy will only kindle disaster. That disaster will tear you into 1,000 pieces.
But the black tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber.
Do not get involved with the core flames. If you do that, you can still remain chosen by fate.
Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before my eyes? This might be our last conversation, Orynyx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the black tide.
What?
The family she just mentioned.
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the valley a long time ago. It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis's guidance, but things took an unexpected turn. It was Kephale who responded instead.
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated. Kephale's response was simply a coincidence. On that frosty night with treachery abound, as the holy maiden of Yanisopolis met her demise, the world-bearing titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her.
I didn't really understand what any of that was. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, I see. That's interesting. Alright, I don't mind this. Oh, there we go. We did it!
The secret door is open.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up. Let's explore the room a bit.
There are so many boxes here.
These should be our belongings. What's this?
A red glass fragment?
It's pretty.
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece, but her face was streaked with tears. She simply placed it on the table. It looked so sparkly that we couldn't resist playing with it, but we ended up breaking it by accident. Mother didn't get angry. It wasn't until we were older that we learned in Yanisopolis, if someone gloriously died for destiny, the Holy Maiden must pick a piece of glass from the volcano's quarry and polish it, then give it to the deceased's family. On the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend lost his life on the battlefield. Later, on the eve of the ritual, Mother also gave us a beautiful piece of glass.
Oh.
Let's move on to the bedroom.
It's Trebios.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all. Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
That's right, my sweet girl. What's the matter?
I wish I could go too. I have something to ask Yanis.
Oh. What do you want to ask?
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Ah, I see. You'll have to promise me something.
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now. And whatever you dream of, don't be afraid.
Whatever you dream of?
Just sleep through the night until morning comes. Until the next time Aquila opens their eyes. Can you do that for me, sweetie?
That's it? Of course I can! But why, Mama?
Because this ritual might take a long time.
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. If not, the tomorrow after that. But if I still haven't returned for a very long time, that means the ritual has succeeded. It means I found a way to chase away the black tide and reach the new world on the other side. But for various reasons, I can't return to bring my sweet girl with me. But I'll be waiting for you there. It's the end of the west wind, the black tide's other shore. A radiant sea of flowers, blessed and protected by the gods. No sorrow can linger there. That is where I'll be, waiting for you.
Wow, that sounds just like the island from my dream.
As long as you sail toward tomorrow, as long as the sun will rise for the next day, our wishes will come true together.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide at the end of Genesis, then our promise still stands. Please, wait for me, Mother.
Whoa! It looked truly magnificent back then.
Yeah.
Relax. Take it easy.
All these people, they're just civilians, not...
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Yanis vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Yanis guide your path.
The Yanis vault?
It's where Yanis's heart lies and the core flame is kept. It's also the place where Trebios was born.
Oh.
Trebios. What does that name actually mean?
The one with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude.
I see. What's that?
At long last.
Trebios, you've come.
I knew there was some sanity left in you, Yanis. Just as I thought, you too have been confined.
Step forth, and thou shalt bury yourself. Bury the gods and bury the fate that binds us all.
No, Yanis. I've come here to take on your fate. I, the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the Walker of the Infinite Paths, have come forth to assume your duty.
By force, apparently. The one who guides the world shall see their soul shattered to 1,000 fragments, akin to glass crashing upon the ground.
Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one, with 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely.
The one who bears 3 lives, art thou truly prepared?
Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world.
Thus it shall be. Oh dear. It's happening. Dying Titan. Bury the spirits, the gods nourish the land with divine essence. Yet thou shalt remember, yet thou shalt must remember, all shall bid farewell to none, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is destiny.
I understand, Yanis. Thank you. Now, may you rest well, Mother. I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once!
I knew this would come.
What's happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame?
It was me.
But she's holding, you buffoon!
Oh, wow.
Curiosity? Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Endless.
Open sesame. Watch it crumble. Time to twirl!
Oh dear.
How's that possible? Could the Titan actually be on her side? Woman.
Oh my god.
Let's keep up.
A creature of the Holy City guards! But I'm already so close!
This should be the last fight, but I don't get it. Who has been aiding Trebios in her escape?
Maybe the fallen titan manifesting?
Well, history might be blurred by memories. Seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, she clearly had no allies. If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Trebios had been on her own since she entered the vault. But what did we truly mean to her?
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now.
Yeah, what?
Alright. Unknown. Time to twirl!
It was actually the Herta.
Finally.
The Herta's been aiding this whole time.
This is where my journey begins. God of passages. Can you see me? I will complete the path that you started. No response after all. Yanis, may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time to leave.
Well, looks like this is the end of the memory.
Not yet. The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
But nothing happened.
Look at this beautiful art.
What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame chase journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think the answer is already within you. And you've made your own decision.
What? You can hear us?
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us. Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory. We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved
We better
in our
find
hearts,
out.
motivating us
This
to
mystery's
move
gonna drive
forward.
me nuts.
It's a letter written by Trebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Trebios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her and sends her on a long journey toward the tomorrow where we are.
Yes, you'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon. Here, you have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Trebios' fate. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you. Or for me, to embrace it again.
Surmount the myriad passages of Yanis, and we will once again
ride the west wind and let the wings carry us far away.
So, this is your answer.
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the god's blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness, we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Trebios bore the core flame to quell the world's chaos and became a demigod of Yanis. She traversed the Gate of Infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers to spread the divine prophecy across the land of Enforius, after a century of arduous journeying. Humanity's flame chase journey officially began.
Treby, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trianne would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Treby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
Prophecy?
We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity. And thus, we shall sweep apart Amphorius' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver-white shoal. That end of the journey, that new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Trianne. See you tomorrow!
Child of humanity, surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akuma.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it.
Fine, fine. All I want is to remind you there's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon...
What the hell?
I will have to take over this body.
If I'm not worried, why should you be? Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
The girl who's walking with death, is she fully prepared?
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately,
what is you
on
playing?
Behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason, what else can you use to stand against the council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
What? I'm finally a moment to catch my breath. Excuse me. Alright. What's going on? Something wrong? The memory card is full. I bet March and the others are pretty worried too. No more pictures! Oh my god, not this again. No!
And so, this long day...
This was one day?
We have long been prepared. No one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden.
Excuse me, is that me?
And so momentous.
What is...
Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky.
Huh?
Could not escape the Reaper's two hands. And what people gained and lost in that trial of death was far heavier than life itself. Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass at the end of the Sea of Flowers. The souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
Oh, cliffhanger, bro. Alright, well that ends this, chapter, really, 3.1 Euphoria's story. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.